So, question for you. Are you thinking about getting braces? Or are you about to get braces really soon? Or did you just get braces like me and you just still have a lot of questions? If so, then I have what you need. I'm going to go through my journey with you and try to share as many of my tips that has helped me and is still helping me on my journey. Okay, stay tuned.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
My loves, it's your girl Sheba. Welcome to the channel if this is your first time. And today's video is all about the braces. You saw the title, especially, so the braces journey is a journey in itself. But if you are an adult, you want to stay tuned for this because just 3 months ago, I was doing what you're doing. I was searching the tube. I was doing all kind of research, trying to figure out what this journey looked like and what I expect. And so I definitely, it's only natural for me to go ahead and just share what I learned and then some of the things that I picked up that I didn't learn as well. So let's jump into this. I'm going to try to, if I don't have it in this video, I'm going to definitely try to link some of the things below for you or throw a photo up here along the way. So starting off with getting prepared for this journey. So the first thing I'm going to say is when you're preparing, do your research. Take the time to find an orthodontist that's going to fit your needs, right? Don't just jump into the first office. Like, make sure it feels good. Make sure the customer service is good. Make sure you've read some reviews to see how things are. Make sure that they're teaching you along the way. And so you just want to make sure that you're feeling comfortable because the reality is braces are an investment. You're investing in your teeth, you're investing in your mouth, and it is not inexpensive. It is not cheap. And so if you're going to be putting forth the money, at least take the time to find an ortho that is you're comfortable with. I went through two different ones before I found the one that I wanted. And it wasn't through my main dentist, which I love, but I had to go a different route. So that brings me to my next point, number two, advocate for yourself. And this goes back to the first one, like you do need to do your research first, but also advocate for yourself. Don't take the very first option that you're given. I was recommended to get a bridge. If you don't know what a bridge is, it's pretty much like dentures. I like dentures. It's like a short piece, like they pull all of whatever part of your mouth that they're pulling, they're going to pull those teeth and they'll put in a bridge of teeth to do that. But you would take it out. I did not want to go that route because I was told by everyone that I saw I was a bad case of crowding. And I just wasn't feeling that at all. Yeah. Like I was just like, there's got to be a different option. And then they recommended braces, the old school metal braces route. And I even ran into issues with that. Like I had to get another second opinion because it was like, I'm a difficult case and I don't know if it's going to straighten, all of the things. It definitely was a journey. It was, taxing because when I started looking for orthodontist, it took me about a year before I actually settled in to get one. And then I had to get teeth pulled to make sure that there was spacing for the braces. Like it was a process. I just didn't go in there and I got started. And so that's why I'm saying take your time, make sure it's with a group of people that you enjoy and advocate for yourself because it was like I could have went for the bridge and it was like, nope, not doing that. Let me get another opinion. Another opinion said, okay, we could probably do it, but it's going to be difficult. And I was like, is there an opportunity to get it done? They said yes. And so here we are, right? So number three, after you found the place that you enjoy After you've kind of done your research, asked all the questions, at this point, you're going to be prepping to go in for the day that you're going to go. Please make sure that you take some type of medication beforehand to relax your body. For me, that is my recommendation because that is what I learned. And I'm so glad that the video that I watched told me to do that. You definitely want to take some medication because I'm not going to say the process is painful, but it is uncomfortable. There's some things going on. And so taking that, 30 minutes to an hour before you go is going to help ease that pain, right? That you're going to experience. And so that would be the first thing that I say onto your visit. Make sure that you are taking some type of ibuprofen or something to prepare and to relax. Number two, don't you go in there with no chapped lips. Don't you do it. They're going to put you in that mouthpiece and you're going to be there for a while. It's not going to be a 10, 15-minute type thing. It is going to be, I believe mine was at least 45 minutes to an hour. But you're going to be in that position, in that device for a very long time. Get you something. Get you something. For me, I think I had some Carmex. I had multiple options. Because I don't know if you've ever had the chapped lips before, but it's uncomfortable. And you already are going to be uncomfortable because this is new for you to have these braces in your mouth. And so you don't want to, just don't. Okay, get you some type of Carmex. Now, to my ladies, or to anyone that loves to wear the nice glossy sticky, I wouldn't recommend to go that route, right? Like I would do something basic that's just going to moisturize your mouth, and have that ready and available, have it already greased up. I also applied this in the middle of them doing it. I would ask for a break and I put a little bit more on because I felt it getting, you know, dry, and I heard horrible stories about having the chaplets with the braces and it was horrible. And I don't want that for you. So get you some chapstick. Okay. The next thing I'm going to suggest is some wax, right? Now, when I went, my ortho gave me a small little kit to take with me, and it had wax in there. If you don't know what wax is going to be, they're going to give you a little, it's wax. And so, but because you're getting the braces, they're going to rub against your mouth, right? Your lip, and especially if you're new to it, and it can cause sores. And so the wax you are pretty much going to be placing on top of the bracket, which is these little small things on each teeth. You'll put it there and kind of maneuver it so that when you do have it there, now if you're going out and about, you probably don't want to wear it, but it's when you're in the comfort of your own home or you're not going to be around people, you put that wax on and it definitely does ease some of the rubbing and the pain that you're going to have from the wires and the brackets, okay? So get you some wax, but my ortho did have that in a little kit. I will say what I purchased on Amazon was softer and more flexible than the one that my ortho got me. So I'm glad that I went ahead and purchased that ahead of time. And so this is what I purchased. It is brace wax. And it came in this little pack off of Amazon. It has multiple little like packages like this. I want to say like 6 or 7 in a pack. Don't quote me on that. But I'll try to keep a link down below. But this is what the little sticks of wax look like, okay? And so what you're going to do is take off a stick of wax, and I'm going to just show you. And let's just say it's right here. It's bothering you. And so you just kind of maneuver that wax. You'll put it like such, and do it better than this, but you kind of thin it out, place it there, and then you'll see like once your lip is over, it doesn't rub. And so that is how the wax works, okay? Also, toothbrushes. Your dental hygiene is going to be very imperative at this point. I hope it was imperative before you got the braces. but it's really going to be imperative now, right? So, the recommendation that I was given was to brush after every meal. So, 3 times a day. And if I could not get 3 times a day, at least in the morning and before I go to bed. And that is typically what I'm doing on a busy day, work day, all the things, because I get up and I'm taking my little one to school. I'm taking my baby to school, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. We're out the door, and then I'm settling in by 6:30 in the evening. And so morning and evening is a definite for me. When I'm off on the weekends or something like that, and I have a little bit more time and I'm just at home, then I'll definitely do that after every meal, okay? Because for me, I like to feel clean, and because you have these brackets on top of your teeth, sometimes it just doesn't feel clean. And so, for me, I just want to take that extra step. But toothbrushes, now you can use a regular toothbrush. I know some people use the electric, or just your regular. I went ahead and purchased toothbrushes. I'm looking for the ones that I got, but I made a purchase because I saw an example of one, that, here it is. So I have my little clip on there, but you're going to see it's raised, right? I think that's better. And so when it's on the braces, it's not hard on the braces, but the bristles on top and the bottom are brushing those. And so these I love. I got these off of Amazon too. They weren't too big. This is what that package will look like, by the way. This is what that package looks like. And they are orthodontist toothbrushes, okay? So I purchased those. Now, when you first start something new, at least for me, I'm overboard. I'm dramatic, like I'm doing the most, trying to make sure I'm doing everything exactly the way it needs to be done. So if you don't have the funds and you can't go out and get this done, don't worry about that. Use your toothbrush. Just brush them slowly, brush your gums, brush your teeth, all the things, right? So I ended up purchasing that. The toothpaste that you get, you definitely want to make sure that it has fluoride in it for anti-cavity, right? This is just a brand that I like. It has fluoride in it, and it's a mint flavor. I also have used Crest as well. Actually, I'm using Crest now, or is it? No, Colgate. I lied. So I'm using Colgate with fluoride in it right now, and um, because, like I said, I don't always feel like it's clean. I also purchased and researched, and I purchased this braces cleaner, and it had great reviews. I'm almost out. You can kind of see it on the side. It's at the very bottom, but it's like a foam. It comes out like a foam, and I just put it on top of the toothbrush, and I brush like this is one of my last steps after I'm brushing, and whatever, if I didn't feel clean before, which is the toothpaste, then I definitely feel cleaner using this foam. Okay, it has lasted me about, so far, I haven't bought another one, and I've worn. This is going on my 3rd month wearing these braces, and so yeah. Now, I would definitely recommend purchasing some type of mouthwash. Also, this has 0 alcohol in it. This is Listerine Total Care, 0 alcohol, and it definitely gives me that fresh feeling. But Listerine is much more expensive than Act. And if you notice, I got it in a much bigger bottle. So I'm going to probably be going this route. There's no probably to it. I will. So I'll be doing this. I just got that one. I haven't opened it yet. But this is my 2nd bottle of Listerine. So I definitely use this quite a bit. I got everything on my shelf right here. So that's why I keep moving. But those are the things that I would purchase. And you definitely want to floss, okay? Now, this is just my regular, this is like my Reach floss. This is your typical, like here. So if you pull it out, just your regular floss, and then you can break it and, floss as normal. I'm telling you, it's a lot more difficult to floss with these braces on. And when you're first starting out, if you're like me and you're trying to make sure that you're not breaking a bracket, you want to make sure that you're not pulling on a wire, all the things. I think my ortho did also include some floss in my little kit that they gave me, but I never used that. And then I did some research on these. Right now, if you're used to using these picks, you're going to notice this is much smaller than the typical, and these are specifically for braces. And this portion here is much smaller, and it's meant to go underneath your braces. So I do use that floss, but if I'm having, I need to get in and out, and I don't have the time to go through each one of these braces, and I'll try to do a video later. If you're interested, let me know in the chat or in the description box, okay? But I can try to do a different video to show you how that looks as far as flossing and all the things. But this was something that I pick up, and it's much quicker for me to do, although it still takes a bit of time, but it's quicker. So you see, it goes under the braces, right? So I invested in these. I got these off of Amazon as well. You can just kind of research like ortho picks. They are different from the other ones, much smaller, but they are worth the investment. That's majority of the time what I'm using to pick my mouth, along with this one here. This is a water pick, y'all, that I got off of Amazon before I even got the braces. It is very inexpensive. I think I paid like $20 for this. It was on sale. It has a little thing that you stick here. I don't have it there, but the pick is there, and you'll kind of this is your water flosser, right? So if I am not really, if I don't get to flossing with my pick or my, my or the strand, then I'm definitely going to use the water pick. And I use the water pick almost 95% of the time anyway. Even if I'm using one of the other options, I'm still using that because it just makes me feel extremely clean. My mouth is clean after then. And I would not recommend doing a water pick with the braces on high. Somewhere around normal to slow is what I would recommend. But it does a great job for cleaning and getting all of the food and particles that may get caught up in these braces, okay? So with that being said, I kind of went through the whole cleaning process, some of the things that I purchased. Roundabout average time for me to brush my teeth, my oral hygiene. Like I said, I do morning and evening, if nothing else. It's a minimum of 20 minutes and somewhere upwards of 30 to 35 to 40 minutes. If I'm going through all the steps and making that happen, it's a process, y'all. And that was an adjustment for me. I had to give myself more time, get up a little bit earlier in the morning, prepare a little bit earlier before I go to bed to take the time to get myself in a rhythm. Now, by no means am I saying it's going to take you this long, but there were other videos that I saw where people were taking up to an hour, and I saw some people that were only taking 10 or 15 minutes. It just depends on, I guess, how it's a personal preference. But for me, it takes me a minimum of 20 minutes to clean my teeth, my oral hygiene, okay, for me to feel comfortable. Now, all right, so monthly checkups. You are going to have monthly checkups, or at least I do, where they're going to just make sure everything is still intact, that you're still on the right track for your plan, whatever that plan may be. And so every month I go, and they, while I'm there, typically they're removing the wire, checking my teeth, my mouth, making sure everything is okay, removing the wire, and then I go brush and floss. And then whatever else may need to be done is when they'll do that. And so I've had a bracket removed, or a bracket that, was removed in the very back, because I typically eat in the very back of my mouth. And so this one bracket will come off. But I've had that replaced. And so they'll do that then. I also started off with springs. So I did not have a bracket put in my mouth or on every tooth, because again, I had a lot of crowding at the very bottom. And so I had springs here on the corners to kind of pull my teeth up. And I'm very happy with the results so far, because in 3 months, y'all, my plan is 3 years long. So they estimated that it will take me 3 years for my teeth to get straightened. And my teeth have moved the shifting or the crowding at the very bottom. You probably wouldn't even know I had it in only 3 months. And so they have taken those springs off and put brackets on my teeth. So you can kind of see here that teeth that is a little taller it was set back from my other teeth. And then I had just a whole lot of teeth here, which have straightened, right? Since I've been there. And so, yeah, that goes back to what I said in the very beginning, where they told me it was going to be a very difficult case. And as long as I got the okay that it's possible, then I was good to go with that. But I'm very happy with results, and the team of people that work with me are amazing, right? But after your plan is complete, know that you will be wearing retainers. It's just what it is. Okay. They're going to fit you for retainers. Now, I'm still in my journey. Like I said, I'm still right into the journey, but I've been told this is what to anticipate, because once you get the braces taken off, if you do not wear this retainer, then your teeth can shift back. Right. And so, who wants to spend these thousands of dollars that you've put into your mouth and the time that you've invested, and not just follow up and put these retainers on at night to make sure they're not shifting? So before I end the video, I do want to kind of go over the eating portion and the things that you can eat. When I first had these put on, I felt definitely different. I felt like metal was in my mouth, and I know you're like, but that's what it is, but it felt like that. I hope that's coming off. It just felt like I had this plump of metal in my mouth. And I was like, how am I supposed to eat with this? Like, how? And I thought I was naive and thought I was going to lose like 20 pounds because I wasn't going to be able to eat and do the things I was normally doing. And I could only eat like soft things and other things. But there's definitely going to be a shift in the type of things that you eat. Now, you're going to get mixed videos or mixed reviews on this. If you're getting professional advice, they're going to tell you there's the list of things that you probably should not eat for the care of your wires and your braces, right? And then you're going to get some people that come on here that have found a way to eat almost anything with their braces. I would say starting off, it's a trial and error thing. You're going to figure out how it works for you. But the first few days of eating, it was like, what is this? Like, I couldn't even enjoy the taste of the food because the learning curve of trying to chew with the braces, I was like, I couldn't even enjoy the taste of the food. It was something. But as in anything, once you get used to something, you kind of find what works for you. And I would say, like, within a month, it was sooner than a month, it got better. But I would say within about a week or two, I started kind of finding a rhythm. But within about a month, I was able to chew, but I was just looking crazy. Like, and I probably still look crazy when I chew because I was really doing this motion like a horse, trying to make sure I was chewing my food and not breaking anything. I was pleasantly surprised. This process has been so much better than I ever anticipated or thought it would be. My main concern was my speech because in my line of work, I have meetings daily. And so I have to talk to people. And so I was concerned with having, being able to talk. And literally, as soon as I got off of the dentist table, I was practicing talking and I felt wonderful. I mean, I had to pronunciate my words better and I had to slow down in my speech, but it did not interfere with how I talk. And so, if that is a concern, I'm not going to say it won't happen, but I'm going to say it didn't happen to me. So I wouldn't worry about it so much until you actually get in that position and see how it is. Okay. Till the next time, stay sweet, be a blessing to someone else if you can, you and your families. Stay blessed as well.